Hi, beautiful viewers. Is this your first time in crocheting? Is this your first time? Are you a beginner, like freshly, like you want to start crocheting but you don't know where to start and you don't know which video to watch to actually start up? Here I am with my crochet and my hook ready to teach you from basics, from where you will understand very, very well. Now, today we're going to learn two things: how to tie your knot and how to make your first foundational chain. Let's get started. When you want to start crocheting, the first thing first is to tie your knot. And when you want to tie your knot, look at how you do it. Start by, this is your yarn, start by folding your yarn like this. When you fold it like this, look at how it is right now. Then cross this one over. When you cross it over, we're going to lift this like this. Then this one that we crossed over, we're going to take it to the back and bring out just a little piece of it and drag it, making sure this particular side did not come out. So just pull and it's tight. Then pull this place to fix the tension that you want to work with. If you want to work it in big tension, then it has to be big. Then when it has to be small, you want a tight tension, then you have to tighten this particular side. So this is how to tie your knot. There are so many ways to tie your knot, but I just showed you one of the simplest. I will show you another one. I will loosen this one right now. Now, another way to tie your knot is you can tie it using one of your fingers by wrapping this yarn around your finger, then cross it over like this. When you cross it over like this, I will start again. Round it round your finger, cross it like this, bring it out, then use this one that you crossed, go down below, then bring it out from the circle you formed. Do not pull the yarn entirely out, just a little bit. And you form the knot. You use here to adjust your tension, just like so. Then, this is another way to tie your knot. There is the third way to tie your knot, which most crocheters or some crocheters use. It is like this. Already I'm holding my yarn like this. Then with my hook, I will yarn over like so. Okay, then I'll use my middle finger and my thumb to hold onto this place, yarn over again, pull through the first one, still holding with my middle finger and my thumb, yarn over again, pull through the second one, then release here and drag this place, then pull. This is another way of tying your knot. Whichever one you want to tie, it is perfectly okay. The most important thing is the goal is achieved, and the goal is to tie a knot and you tied one, no matter how you decided to achieve that particular goal. Now we'll move on to making your foundational chain. Here we have already tied our knot. So the next thing you do is to hold your yarn in a way it is comfortable for you. When I first started crocheting, I used to tie my yarn like this. When I tie it and get to the point where the tension is okay for me, I'll use my middle finger, this, and my thumb to hold here and crochet like this. Then I'll be releasing it from here. Then I'll crochet, I'll release. But along the line, I started using another way to hold my yarn. It becomes easier for me to hold in that way because as I'm crocheting, I don't need to tie my hand. I just have to be pulling it. And how do I do it? I'll first of all put it here in between the last finger and the one following it. Then I'll wrap it around like this, the three fingers, then come over, take it to only my first finger and then hold. That is how I do it. I'll now hold it here. Here, you can use it to adjust the tension you want. So at this point, you can crochet. Okay, I'll do it again. Like this, you hold it, round your three fingers, and then you hold. You can crochet. Now let's crochet. Let's make our first foundational chain. Now, holding your hook this way, this is my right hand and this is my left hand. After wrapping the yarn over your finger, use your middle finger and your thumb to hold onto this. You hold onto the tied knot here. Then with your hook, this is your hook, this is the mouth of the hook, with it facing you and a little bit downwards, yarn over, pull through. You just made your first foundational chain. Yarn over, pull through. This is the second one. Yarn over, pull through. This is the third one. Yarn over. You can always adjust the tension here or increase the tension there. Either you tighten it or you increase it. When it's tight, it is very tight like this, you see? And when it's loose, it is loose, depending on the tension you want to achieve. So you yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, you yarn over, pull through. And congratulations, you have done your first foundational chain. Keep on practicing. Remember, practice makes perfect. When you practice, you perfect what you're working on. So at first, you will expect a rough work. So don't be bothered when you see your work very rough or it seems a little bit hard. But I assure you, by the time you practice more, you find out that it is not hard. It is very simple. So just keep practicing, and I tell you, before you know it, you'll be very good at it. In my next video, I'll be teaching you how to make single crochet on a foundational chain. Meanwhile, stay tuned till my next video. If you watched till this point, do not forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel, as well as leave a comment for me to know where it is hard for you or which one you want me to do next. Bye. See you in my next video.